Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel. How you guys are doing? So guys, today we'll be continuing our Saturn transit series. We already covered all the ascendant, but now we are talking about Saturn transit through different moon signs. And last video we covered Leo ascendant, and we discussed all the placements of moon in all the 12 signs for Leo ascendant. And today we'll be going to talk about sorry, not Aquarius, it's Virgo ascendant. And for Virgo ascendant, Saturn will be transiting to their seventh house. But we will be going to talk about when moon will be placed in different houses for Virgo ascendant, what result it will going to give based on the Saturn transit. All right. So here we need to understand few things before we get into the details. First of all, we need to understand that this is from moon placement, not from the ascendant. But if the things are matching from, like, there are common things from both ascendant and moon, then we have to mix them or blend them and then see what results we are getting. Thirdly, we have to see which house rules moon, which house, yeah, moon rules. Okay. And in when we were doing Leo ascendant, moon was the lord of 12th house, but now moon is the lord of 11th house. So this is what will going to make the difference a bit when we are talking. Okay. Secondly, when we discussed in the Leo ascendant, we talked about second house and we talked about Libra sign also. But here, when you see, if suppose moon is in the second house for Aquarius ascendant, it would be in Libra and second ascendant both. But for Leo ascendant, it was in the second house in the Virgo sign. So it's basically the sign difference is there, though the house could be same, but the sign difference would be there. So those things also will come into the picture when we talk about Saturn transit through different moon signs. All right. So let's start the video quickly. So first of all, moon, let's start with moon in the second house in the sign of Libra for Virgo ascendant. So when moon is in the Libra in the second house, it is the Saturn transit will be uh, in the sixth house to moon. Okay. And when it is in the sixth house, it will going to give the results of sixth house and Pisces sign both. So Pisces is 12th, and right now it is transiting 6 to moon. So both effects of 6 and moon can be seen here. So that will going to make a big difference uh, in this transit from moon. So what is the sixth house? Sixth house is about diseases, right? And second house is about family. Second house is about your food intake, your speech. All these things represented by the second house. So now there could be few things which can because when we talk about transit of Saturn from moon, it will always be related to thoughts, your mind, your emotions. All these things will be represented. Okay. So now when Saturn will be transiting 6 to it, sorry, 6 to moon, then it will going to give maybe ups and downs in the emotions uh, related to disease, or related to family, related to law and litigation, related to income, or it could be anything related to, like, your because it's a house of service also, so it could be related to service also. Maybe something could be happen at your workplace. And why I'm saying ups and downs, because Saturn placement is 8th to moon, right? So see, it is a combination of 6th and 8th. So that is why it will going to give you the results accordingly. All right. So those things we have to monitor. But again, as I told you, that we have to blend the results of the 11th house also, because moon is the lord of 11th house. So we have to see the placement of 11th lord, the 7th lord, which is the Jupiter in this case, and the second lord, which is the Venus in this case. So all these things has to be come into the picture along with the dasha. All right. Now when moon comes into the third house of Virgo ascendant, it would be in the Scorpio sign. So here moon is already debilitated. So when moon is already debilitated, it will give you or it can have some issues with your emotional balance or relationship with mother. These things can happen very well when moon will be in the uh, Scorpio sign. But the good thing is that it will be now in the trine to Saturn. Fifth moon, Saturn will be transiting fifth from moon, and moon is ninth from Saturn. So in this trine, it can give you a career related to uh, anything related to traveling, could be a short distance travels mostly. So and it could give you the, if you are already employed, maybe a transfer or a job change, and because of that you have to travel. So those things can play a role here. But again, when it comes to the other parts of the third house, which is your siblings, your younger siblings, then it can give you things like little bit emotional disturbance related to them or from them. It could be the communication which can cause problems to you, or emotionally, or maybe you have some not very good communication going, or maybe some issues can get created because of communication. All right. So those things can happen when moon will be in the third house of Virgo ascendant. Now moon will be in the fourth house, which is the sign of Sagittarius, and it is in its own house. Like, because if you see the original, sorry, the original uh, fourth house is governed by moon in the Kalpurush Kundali. So there it can see, and the placement of moon and Saturn is fourth and 10th, so which is a good placement because it's in the Kendra. So again, as I told you in the last video, that trine and Kendra from any planet or any house is important. So we have to analyze the results accordingly. Now Saturn will be fourth from moon. So this fourth things is, fourth is what? Fourth is about happiness, right? So when fourth from the moon, Saturn is sitting. So Saturn, if well placed, or maybe I know the sign would be Pisces, but if it is well placed in the sense that positive aspects are there and your natal Saturn is well placed, natal other planets are also supporting, then it can give you a lot of things related to property, your own happiness, related to mother. All those things can be really good. But if the opposite is there, then yes, the opposite results can be seen, and maybe you'll have a time period where you will have a lot of struggles with your emotions, or the happiness, internal happiness could be going on. Maybe you are having some internal conflict going on during this period, so that could also very well happen. Okay, yeah. So all these things, and related to mother also, it will going to show the results accordingly what the placement is. Now moon will be in the fifth house of Virgo ascendant in the sign of Capricorn. So here, whenever the moon is in the Capricorn, and we are not talking about nakshatra, but usually moon is in the structured sign, most structured sign, most disciplined sign. So a person would be have a thought process, or may be very well uh, very punctual, or structure oriented, or disciplined kind, having a disciplined kind of approach. All right. But now Saturn will be third to moon. So third to moon, Saturn can give you uh, a difficult, not difficult, but yes, a kind of a tricky situations with your siblings. Okay, because it is sitting in the third to moon. Also, communication will going to play a part, and more because it is a Saturn in the sign of Pisces. So then definitely there would be some emotional disturbances, or emotional things will be involved with siblings and your communication. So those things will uh, be playing a part when moon will be sorry, Saturn will be transiting third from moon. Okay. Third is again, third house. If we take a simple definition of third house, it's about your efforts also. It's about your hand movements, or it's about maybe a career related to hands, like handwriting, writer, author, all these kind of a things. So when Saturn will be sitting third, it can give you good results over there, like in those kind of a careers. Maybe you can be writing some articles which can, if you are an author or writer, maybe those will going to touch uh, the your readers emotionally, because Saturn is in the sign of emotions and moon is already in the sign of emotion. Oh, sorry, moon is already moon is also your emotions. So when these things will be there, maybe your writing can make a good impact, or maybe you can get people emotionally connected to you through your writing. All right, or maybe through your communication also, any form of communication. Okay. Now moon will be in the sign of Aquarius and in the sixth house for Virgo ascendant. First of all, sign of Aquarius is a sign where moon is very fluctuating because it is governed by both Saturn and Rahu. So here sometimes people will be very happy and sometimes they will be feeling miserable, or not. If not miserable, then they will be totally opposite of uh, being in the kind of a zone where they are not feeling very happy or not very loving the situation they are in. Okay. Also in the sixth house, moon placement is not very good because it's a sign of Mercury and moon doesn't do well in the sign of Mercury. So that is also one more thing according to Kalpurush Janapat Kundli. So now moon is in the second house to Saturn. So when it is in the second house, first of all, it will going to give the results of sixth house because moon is sitting there, and then second house because Saturn is second to moon. So things again related to, there could be some emotional disturbances through, could be from family or related to your income. Maybe you're not happy with the earnings, or maybe you're not saving that well during this period. That could also happen, but it totally depends on what kind of a combination you have in your natal chart and what dasha and other transits are supporting. If those things are matching, then yes, there would be a good chance of not having these things. But if not, then yes, there could be few emotional turbulence can be there. And it, because I've told you that Aquarius is a sign where moon will be like waxing and waning kind of a thing. So it would be 15 days, or maybe some days very happy and some days not very happy. So those kind of a things people will experience more because now it is second. Saturn is second, sitting in the second house from moon, and also moon is sitting in the Saturn Mool Trikon sign. Okay. Now when moon will be in sign of Pisces, so Saturn will be transiting. It would be a major Saraswati period. I know there would be Saraswati when it is sitting in the Aquarius and Aries also, but this would be a major Saraswati period. So then people may experience lot of emotional disturbances because Pisces is a sign of emotions. Moon is again emotions, and Saturn will be transiting over moon. So definitely it will going to give you a few emotional disturbances throughout this period, and it will totally depend when the degrees will be very closer. If degrees are far apart, then there would be a less effect, but effect will be there. But when degrees will be much closer, then yes, effect will be much more. So those things we have to analyze with the other planet transit and other planets sitting. If any planet sitting in this house in your natal chart, then the results may differ, or in terms of how bad they can be, or how good they can be. Okay. Saturn and Moon when sits together, I always suggest people that they should worship Lord Shiva, Shivji, and they should pour water on Shivling. That always going to help them in maintaining the balance of emotions for them. Okay. Now when Moon will be in the sign of Aries, Saturn will be 12th to Moon. 12th to Moon is not a good placement because I know there are few yogs, but to it, but actually it will not going to or it can uh, give you some emotions, or some maybe a weird thought process, or maybe disturbance in your, or ups and downs in your emotions because of some kind of a separation, because 12th house is about separation. So maybe if uh, it could be a scenario where person may have to be going away, or maybe have to go away from their own family or people, and then they actually get disturbed emotionally because of those things. So that could also happen. Other thing is that there could be a chance of foreign travels, right? Because Saturn would be in the seventh house of Virgo, and Moon is in the eighth. So it can give you, Moon is planet of travel, and from it, Saturn is transiting 12th. So it can give you uh, foreign travels also. But it's not necessary depending upon other factors. But yes, the probability is there. And yes, a long term one. Foreign travels could be there. Okay. Also, a sign of Aries is when Moon will be in this sign. Moon actually goes in their thought process and emotions very fast. Like sometimes they are thinking this and then next time that, and they don't like sitting idle, or if they are doing the same thing, then they get bored very quickly, right? So now from this sign, Saturn will be in the 12th. So maybe those kind of things could be there where these people don't feel very comfortable, because this is a period of Sadesati also. Though I know it is a like a lesser effect Sadesati, but yes, Sadesati will be there. So uh, and moreover, Saturn will be coming to a Moon in after next 2.5 years. So yes, the effects could be there, and people will may have to work hard on their emotions or their thought process. Okay, now when Moon is in the ninth house in the sign of Taurus, which is the sign where it gets exalted. So yes, when Moon is in the ninth house of Virgo Ascendant and in the sign of Taurus, here Moon gets exalted, and Saturn is in the 11th house from it. So it is not a bad placement; it is a good placement. Moreover, Moon in the ninth house. Again, traveling could be there because Moon is in the ninth and Saturn is in the seventh, though it is 11th from it, from Moon. So it can give you some. 11th house is always about gains. So gains which will make you feel good, those kind of things. It's not about monetary gains, right? But it it is from ninth. It is 11th from the ninth house. So things related to ninth house, maybe something related to your father. There could be a there could few things can happen which can make you happy, right? So emotionally good or content, because already your moon is in the exaltation state, which is very good. You have a balanced moon. So then again, Saturn will going to bring few good things related to the ninth house. So that can make you feel more happy or more satisfied during this period. Okay. Now when moon is in the 10th house from Virgo. And see, I'm not talking about the moon placement because this is a separate topic. Like in Virgo ascendant, when moon is in the 10th house, what results it can give. No, we are not talking about that. So please don't mix into that. We are talking the placement of Saturn from moon and what results we can experience in terms of our thought process and emotions, because that is what moon is all about, and how we can behave or act during this period. So when moon is in the moon, Saturn is in the 10th house from moon. So then, because fourth 10th aspect again is a good one, and now it is in the 10th house. 10th house is always because it's a kendra house again, and this is a very important kendra which always gives good result related to the matters from moon. So career wise it will be very good, so it can give you some good results, but again it totally depends on the other combination also. So don't take it that everybody will going to have a very good career, or maybe some good things will be coming to career. No, it can be some a complete different scenario also, based on the natal placement of planets and the dasha system or the dasha which you are running. But again it's a good placement. 10th house moon, and Saturn is again in the 10th house from moon. So this will going to give some good changes in the career if things are positively expected or positively influenced in your chart related to these houses. But again, position of Mercury will going to be very important because it is in the sign of Mercury, and your ascendant is also Mercury. So that is why Mercury position is very important. If it is not beneficially placed or placed in some not a very good sign, then definitely things will not be going to be in your favor. Okay, so that is other thing. Now when moon will be in the 11th house, it is in its own sign So this again balance of emotions would be there, and Saturn would be again in the ninth house from Moon. So which is again the trine combination. So yes, it will be good one, and people will experience good time related to their emotions, their uh, thought process. Either and again because it's in the sign of gains. So yes, gains will always be there related to your ascendant, but again depending upon the dasha. But yes, related to Saturn transit, it will be a quite good transit as compared to when Moon is sitting in the other signs, especially when it is having a sixth and eighth combination from Saturn, or 12th and second combination from Saturn. So it will be a better placement for Saturn transiting from Moon. So from ascendant also it is traveling seventh, and Moon it is traveling ninth. So this would be a Kendra and Trikon transit for both Lagan. So this will be a good transit. This can be a good transit depending upon the other positions. Okay, but yes, overall it should be good. Now Moon would be in the 12th house. So then 12th house energies will come into the picture, and also there would be a again sixth and eighth combination from Moon to Saturn, because now Saturn is in the eighth house. So lots of ups and downs can be there related to their emotions, their thought process, because now Saturn will be transiting to their eighth house from Moon, which again can bring a lot of ups and downs depending upon, maybe it could be the relationships, it could be either your marriage, or it could be a your married life. Those things can be there, and there could be lots of ups and downs in the emotions and thought process during this period, because Moon is in the 12th house. That is not good. And again, uh, and you see there is a thing where Saturn is transiting in the Pisces sign, and now Moon is in the 12th house, which is again original Pisces house. So lots of emotions things will be involved here, and because of the eighth from the Moon, there could be sudden ups and downs in the emotions. So when Saturn is in the eighth house from Lagan, which is ascendant, there could be ups and downs in your whole life, like as in like body, or maybe it could be ups and downs of your monetary thing, or health issues, or all these things, right? But when it is eighth from the Moon, there could chances are more in the emotional side or your thought process. So be careful on that side. If you think that there are a lot of things are going on, then just try to avoid those, and try to meditate more, so that things can be balanced out. But yes, this placement is not that very good for Virgo ascendant people when Moon is in the 12th house and Saturn will be transiting to their 8th house. Okay. All right, guys. So this is all from this video. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment, uh, and share the video. So we'll be talking about the next ascendant in the next video. So thank you so much, guys. Bye.